Hey guys, what's up? Zags here. Welcome back to another episode of Motorsport Manager Mobile. And that last race, we just nabbed a point right at the end. Got some improvement points here for Raphael. He's turned 31 now, so I'd say he's going to be start to decline. Probably, I don't know, I suppose this should say is your prime, but probably just edging past your prime now. And also Baldwin wants new contracts, so all stats -1, so that's another annoying thing about him. So literally his only points this season was that one race, which is, yeah, it's just not good enough for this tier. 11th or above, I think we'll go with that one actually. It's a bit of a risky one, especially with our up and down performances as of recent, but we'll go with it. We normally do seem to be about there or above, so fingers crossed we can get that. And here today in Sydney, it's going to be an interesting race. Right, 11th or above. So we're going to put the pressure on ourselves in quali here to get the perfect setup. I think if we get the right setup, we should get that, but it's a bit inconsistent now and again. Right, qualifying. Right, let's send out. I think it's like cornering acceleration here. I can't remember because it's a very tight and twisty track. So we'll go with something like that and see what they do. So out pit lane, Rodriguez and Baldwin. What can they do here in Australia here? So 2 races of the season remaining after this. I'm not really sure what our expectations are. Staying in the top 3 of the team's championship would be good, but as we've only got one driver that's really scoring, that's going to be quite tough. Looks like Baldwin's setup probably is a bit better as they're pretty much equal on time, so we'll send them out once again. Rodriguez and Baldwin on the same setup. Right, Baldwin was corner acceleration, okay. I don't know whether that's the best one, but we're just going to go with it. Especially this is a long track, so we're going to be quite close on getting a third run in. Hopefully we will, but it'd be quite close because it is a substantially longer track than quite a few of them. Alright, Baldwin's time for another lap. To be fair, both of us are in the top 10 right now. Top 8 even. So I'd say that's a pretty good start to the weekend. Rodriguez going faster as well. He's going to go across the line to P4. Solid, so I guess that is the best setup. Hopefully that keeps us in the top 11 for that sponsorship money as well. Right, Baldwin's now over a second off, but we'll send him out once again, get that one last lap time in, and just hopefully get a little bit of an improvement just to secure ourselves in this top 11 for that objective money. But as I said, it could be quite a tough one, so we're not going to expect too much. Right, across the line, Rodriguez has got so much traffic, but he's still gone green. Baldwin gone green as well. The middle sector should be the one where oh no, he's lost quite a bit of time through there. Rodriguez is up to P3, so he's had a really good sector there right at the end, 0.26. Strambini looks like he's going to go ahead of us though. Yep, Strambini has gone to the top. Strambini's racing for, is it Locatelli who we're battling with, so it's going to be an interesting one. But both starting in the points positions means now we need to focus on both drivers and make sure we don't do things silly with the strategy, but it's quite a big gap, nearly a second between our 2 drivers in terms of quality pace, that is. So super soft tyres looks like the way to go. Actually, no, I can't really tell. Are they going to reach 7 laps? It says they can reach 7 laps. I guess that's the way to go, unless we try. So we're going to have to pit one of them early, so one of them is going to be hurting in the second stint. But to be fair, it looks like sort of looks cloudy. It does sort of look cloudy, but no, 42 minutes until rain. So we'll just go on the attack for the first couple of laps here. Whilst everything tries to sort out positions, we'll try and just keep ourselves in this sort of top 10 sort of area. So we'll push on these first couple of laps, and then once it's all strung out a little bit, we'll go back to pushing, just so that we sort of consolidate our position here in the top 10, and it looks like we've done a good job at that, so we'll put them both back down. I should tell you what, I'm going to push Baldwin a little bit more, and he can stop first. That's my goal now, just to make sure. But he's lost some more positions. He's outside the top 10 now. He's sort of jumping all over the place, so he's in a tight old battle with these guys here, like 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th, all basically on top of each other. Quite close between those guys. Right, okay, so Rodriguez, focus on him here. He's just behind Strambini, and Jason, who's in Locatelli as well, is outside the point, so we're sort of battling right with Strambini. Actually, no, we've lost a bit of time to him, to be fair. Oh, pause. Ah, damn it, I didn't hit the right button. So it looks like we're going to have to go on to the soft tyres for the second stint. With Baldwin to get him to the end. Hopefully he doesn't hit the cliff right at the end here. Just push like crazy. Like once your tyres are gone, they're gone. Right, hopefully we'll get a bit of an undercut though, that's the thing. Fingers crossed, a bit of an undercut. Could be pretty sweet. Right, low for another set of super softs with Rodriguez. In a solid position here, battling. So who was it? It was Strambini that pitted. He went up to mediums though. Interesting call. So, okay, so Baldwin's lost a lot of time here, but he's about 10 seconds behind Rodriguez. There's still a chance he could get points, but it's looking unlikely. Rodriguez ideally can overtake Strambini here. Should be getting closer. Should overtake him, to be fair. But Costa's just come out in front of us here. It's really mixed up the order here. Strambini, we're down to P6. Baldwin is in P13, P14. And it looks like cars around him probably won't have to pit again, so he's had a bad strategy call there. He did hit the cliff, I'm pretty sure, on the run into the pit lane, which is a little bit annoying, but it's the way it goes. 3 laps remaining. Now, are we going to have to conserve at all? Looks like some of the top guys are going to be quite close to hitting a cliff, so they might, if they pit this time, it's unlikely. I'll tell you what, we're going to, I don't know what to do here. Because they all look like they're going to hit the cliff. Yeah, they're going to hit the cliff, so we're going to just go full attack with Baldwin, might as well. Because I'm pretty sure all of these guys in front are going to lose mega time all of a sudden, but we didn't really close in, just P6 and Baldwin P16. So that race didn't really turn out the way I thought, and Strambini finished ahead of us. Jason got a point as well, so I don't know, something just didn't quite click in that race, and unfortunately for us, that's going to be Locatelli probably and MRT now ahead of us in the championship standings. Looks like P3 is probably going to be the best we're going to get in the constructor standings, and as for the drivers, Barnaby White's now ahead of us. Yeah, so Bowsbrook are definitely going to win it, but I want to try and get P3 in both championships would be good. But Barnaby White was out winning the race. I wasn't paying attention, sorry, but probably just nabbed the race winner for you celebrating right there. Right, so other championships obviously going through. Vexler and Ingledew winning those two. Development never stopping at Bowsbrook because they got so much money. Just heard from a friend at Oz. Yeah, whatever. Right, what's up next then? Penultimate race of the season, I remember correctly. Improvement points for both. Smoothness and overtaking. I think we'll keep Rodriguez for next season, and then we'll have to hire someone decent. Just buy more champagne, I think it's the way to go. 100k for some champagne is pretty expensive though. Right, I need Baldwin to really step up these last 2 races to get us this Constructors P3. He needs to do something decent. And unfortunately, I don't know whether we'll be able to do it in Vancouver. It's quite a short track, so I can see him being quite far off the pace. But to be fair, the long track last time, I don't know. It's all swings and roundabouts. Who knows what the best setup's going to be. So acceleration and cornering. I'm not exactly sure what layout this is. Actually, I think because we do. This is the track we do twice. I'm not too sure. Is this the short layout? No, it's sort of a mix. It cuts out a bit of the first sector. Okay, it's an interesting layout. I don't know whether we use this one that much. Rodriguez looks like he's on the better setup here, but he's still nearly 2 seconds off. Baldwin's was terrible. Whoa, okay, that's not what I expected for the first run. Right, okay, let's try a different setup here. Let's go neutral and cornering. And I'll go neutral and acceleration with you. So we're at a bit of a sticky situation right now. Neither of them looking too good in terms of their pace, so I'm a little bit worried about how good they're going to be. Hopefully everything will be alright though. Fingers crossed, lads. Green in the first sector. green in the second sector. Still lost a lot of time though. Baldwin is he's just not good enough for this tier really, is he? He'll be quite good now if he goes back to tier 3. He'll probably be a good signing for someone, but for us right now, I don't think it's the way to go. I think we need to go and step up and get someone else. But it was worth a risk just for a bit of fun, but he has been pretty disappointing. But he can say he's had a podium this season. I think that was through a very lucky race, but it's the way it goes sometimes. You need a lucky race to sometimes get a good result. Rodriguez, good in the first sector. Second sector, okay, but White in the last sector. I mean, he just didn't get the lap time in. It's just been a bad run, really. It's just been a bad run. And we're not going to get another lap time in. We're just coming in maybe like 30 seconds too late into the pit. Bit annoying. Hopefully no one else goes faster. Looks like we're just about to secure a top 10 start with Rodriguez, but this is going to be a tough race. We need some rain. There has not been enough rain so far in this career mode, because they're the races where I can just at least try something different, but not looking too good for me right now. P3 in the constructors, and probably P3 in the drivers as well, looking a bit far off. We're over a second off Barney White, who we're battling with there. Of course, Costa starting at the front. I don't know whether we should just try something different here. Start on super softs. I don't know whether we actually go. I don't know whether you actually go any quicker through taking the fuel out. I suppose it would make sense, but it's a mobile game, so I wouldn't expect it to be like too much in depth there. But we'll see. Rodriguez can't lose too much time starting P. Okay, he's made up a few positions straight away, which is good. You should just stay ahead of some of the people that are starting on super softs and that sort of stuff, because that'd be bad if we ended up behind some of those guys. Up to P5, okay, pretty good. He's now ahead. No, he's up to P3, P4. Okay, it's not too shabby, not too shabby. Baldwin's up to P15. The thing is he dropping down some positions really quickly there? It's just bunched up so quickly. But at least we're not behind any super soft runners, which is a big, big plus right now. But White, who we're battling this championship with, is pulling away. Luckily, his teammate Nightingale's not doing too good, so we're looking pretty good for at least P4 in the championship. But I really want to get P3, but the thing is, White is just doing too good right now, doing too good. Rodriguez down to P7. Are we going to be able to get to the end of the race on? They're going to pit this lap. Some of them are going to hit the cliff, surely. What tyres can we go on then? It's going to have to be soft. Actually. What about if we just do... I was thinking, what about we try and do 2 runs on the super soft? But is it... It looks like it could rain soon. Ah, such a tough one to know which one to go on to. Some of these guys are going to hit the cliff in front of us, but doesn't look like the AI are that affected by it. So, interesting strategy calls here. We could go on to another set of ultra softs and just like absolutely go for it. Could just play it safe. I'm not going to play it safe. I'm going to go with the ultra softs. I'm going to try something different here. Try a bit of a different strategy. See whether we can pull something different off for this race. I don't know. I really don't know at this point. It is a very different and weird strategy approach. I wonder if White's going to try and go on to another set. But the thing is, we're stuck up in loads of traffic. I don't know whether we're going to have to do much about this with P14, with Baldwin. Probably pit him, to be fair. He's got not much going on in his race, so hopefully Rodriguez can make some positions up here, but it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a struggle. See, we're gaining on the leader, which is cool, but we need to make up some more time. We can't be making up just tenths of a second here. It needs to be more than that. Especially the tyres only last like 5 or 6 laps here, to be fair, so we're not even catching the leader now, really. I don't know. Oh, they're all pitting again as well, so that's interesting. Oh, that makes you think, oh, we should have tried a different strategy here, but I don't know. We're just trying a really weird strategy here, and just fingers crossed it works. Coming out in P10. We just need to do some overtaking, that's the thing. I don't know whether Rodriguez is good at overtaking, so we'll see. Well, we can push with the fuel. We've got mad fuel now. We'll push with the fuel on both of them, to be honest, because at the end of the day, Baldwin's not going to score points without pushing, so we'll see. Let's go and focus on Rodriguez. He's up to P9. Antonov's next. He's on some old super softs. And then it's Strambini and then D'Urste, who we should all get past. Actually, no, and Strambini there as well on some older super softs, which we should get past. Especially now we're pushing with the fuel. We should be able to get it. Why? I don't know, I realised we didn't need to put so much fuel in there. How's Valdez got past this on old ultra softs as well? Slightly mugging us off a bit there. Could get P5 on this last lap we have. That's pretty decent. White's going to finish ahead of us though, but we've actually gained positions through trying a different strategy. Baldwin's run out of fuel. It doesn't really matter. I don't really care at this point. He needed to push to try and get something different out of this race, but he's having a terrible result once again. Not looking too good for this championship, mate. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Alright, there we go. Only 4 points behind. Only 4 points behind the teams. 8 points behind. So we basically need to win this last race and Barnaby White not finish. So it's not looking too good. It's not looking too good going to the last round of the season, but fingers crossed we can pull something out of the bag. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Tune in next time for the championship finale. And Rodriguez has got a negative trait as well, so he's down to 3 stars. This season is just keeps getting worse. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Remember to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in a couple of days for more. Goodbye.